Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south, I'll be spreading out.
What's going on, Credit Snipers? This is your boy Carlos Estrada with the Credit Assassins channel. Guys, I'm excited that you guys are here today. I appreciate that you guys tuned in today. Today we are going to talk about how to fix your bad credit score in 2022. But guys, look, in this channel you're gonna hear anything that have to do with personal credit, business credit. We're gonna be helping you how to not only fix, lay the foundation, but at the same time scale your personal credit and your business credit. But at the same time, how can you invest? Now, during the next couple of months, weeks, we're gonna be bringing some guests, guys, people that are well known in the world of not only self-motivation, business, and business scaling. So this is something that I want you to stay tuned, because we're gonna be bringing some gems going forward. Now, guys, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to our channel so like that you'll be notified every time that we post a new content. But at the same time, click on that bell icon, click on all, like that you're definitely gonna get that notification every single time, and we come to you daily. Now guys, at the end of this video, please comment, let us know how we did and how we can improve what we're already doing, and how we could bring to you a content that is better for our viewers. But at the same time, guys, please do not forget to give me the thumbs up. That is definitely gonna help us out to get in front of the people that really need to see this. Not only you, but there are many more in this world that actually need to know and learn how to fix the credit in order to move on in life, to start creating the debt that they need in order to improve their business, in order to improve their lives, but at the same time creating generational wealth. All right, guys, so let's talk about 7 things that you can do today in order to start fixing your bad credit score in 2022. Guys, there's many ways, but these 7 things will definitely get you there faster. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is the first things first. You need to get your credit report. You need to go to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Those 3 will give you your credit report. Yes, there are many credit reporting agencies out there, or monitoring agencies out there, that will give you your credit score. But go to the source. Go to Experian, go to TransUnion, and go to Equifax. They will give you 1 free copy monthly, and they'll give it to you for free. And you can also create a free account with them. Get it. It is there for you. The only thing is you're gonna have to start getting a little savvy and learning how to read these credit reports. Yes, you can get also a credit monitor, like I said before. If you want to see, go on the bottom of this video. One of the ones that I usually advise is My Score IQ, but I also advise for you to go with a My Identity IQ, which is your Advantage 3.0 and your FICO score, and it tracks them monthly, and it gives you a free credit report monthly in order for you to be able to be on top of what your credit score is and anything that is being reported in your credit file. All right, number 2, once you get your credit report, make sure that you know which items are affecting your credit report from positive to negative. You need to start learning these little things. Now, in the Best Credit Blueprint, that's what we do. We teach you how to go about it, but there's a lot of information out there in the web too, that you can also go ahead and take the time and learn it. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you identify what's positive and what's negative and how they are affecting your credit report. Remember, all 3 credit report. Now, number 3, make sure that you make a list. Make a list. If you're gonna go through Experian, you're gonna make a list of what's questionable on your credit report. Anything that is questionable or inaccurate, you have, under the FCRA of 1970, you have the authority to go ahead and dispute it. You can dispute anything and everything that you believe is inaccurate or is not right, something that is questionable on your credit report, and you are allowed to go ahead and dispute that. Okay, number 4, identify every item that you see in your credit report and determine which strategy will be best for you to dispute this item. Do you want to do it through mail, or do you want to do it digitally? That's some of the things that you need to understand how to do it Now we could teach you in the best credit blueprint which strategy would be the best. I mean, we give you all the letters, we give you all the avenues for you to understand what's best and how you actually should attack each strategy. Now, when you write these letters and you send it to the credit agency or the creditor, depending on how you want to go, do you want to work with your creditor or do you want to go ahead and go directly to the credit agency? Make sure, and that was number 5, and that takes me all the way to number 6. Make sure that they are certified, okay? Anytime that you send a letter to any of these agencies, you wanted to make sure you timestamp them. So you're gonna go to the US Postal Service and you are going to go ahead and certify these letters. Why? Because that will give you a timestamp from the time that they received them. And under the law of 1970, which is the act of the FCRA, it gives them 30 days for them to investigate, either delete or verify that information in order to either be taken off from your credit report or being verified and stay in your credit report. So you have 30 days under the law, and they have 30 days to go ahead and action any items or any action they are going to take and after the investigation. Now, one last thing is 7th, you need to make sure that you could continue monitoring your credit reports. Get a new credit report. Make sure that after the 30 days, you want to know if they went ahead and deleted these items that you found that were inaccurate or erroneous. Now, it is your job to stay on top of this. One of the things that I do every single day is in the morning, first thing that I do is I check my credit report, my credit score, and I check my bank accounts. I need to make sure my credit score is the same way I left it tonight or the night before, and I also need to make sure that my money is where I left it last night. So get in the habit, make sure that you check your credit report, make sure you do that daily. Get in the habit, making sure that you know what's going on. Take responsibility, you take the wheel. This is your life. This is how you want to create generational wealth, right? So this is what you have to do. One thing that you need to keep in mind is that the credit bureaus are a for-profit type of company. The way that they make money is by selling your information to the lender, not by removing inquiries or removing inaccurate information from your credit report. So they are going to give you a pushback. That's something that you need to know from the get-go. You know that they're not always going to be there to help you out. So you need to be persistent when trying to get this information removed, and make sure that you keep close track records of what's going on when you send it to them, who you spoke to, because this is going to help you in the long run. I'm going to give you the top 10 items that are damaging to your credit report, and I need you to look out for them, and I need you to work on being responsible enough so you don't end up into one of these 10 items. Now, some of those items will definitely, you can get away from, but there's ways that you could get them removed. Now, the top 10, starting from worst to best, if you want to call it, but from worst to best, the first one is going to be a bankruptcy. Guys, if you must, you should, but if you cannot get away from naturally filing bankruptcy, then do it. But if you can, try to work your way around it. If you file bankruptcy, this will follow you for the next 7 years. That's something that you need to keep closely, and it's going to affect you in getting loans. It's going to affect you in getting any type of lending that's out there, because a lot of creditors frown upon seeing a bankruptcy in your credit report. Now, number 2 is going to be foreclosures. Try to stay away from this. I know that we fall into a bad time sometimes, but try to see if there's any type of counseling out there, people that can help you out, anything that you can do in order to not end up in a foreclosure. Repossessions, repo. Most of the time, this could be salvaged by calling your lender, trying to work out a plan, or even giving the property back. Don't get a repossession on your credit report, because that's going to affect you, especially if you're trying to get another vehicle in the future. Now, loan defaults. A lot of people just don't want to pay stuff off and they just let it go. Hey, you default on your loan, it is going to haunt you for a long time in your credit report. Now, you also have charge-offs. Charge-offs meaning that, you have not paid your bills for a matter of times. Usually it's 120 days to 6 months. So what's going to happen? the lender will charge that debt off and write it into in the taxes, but at the same time, it's going to sell this debt to a collection agency. So guess what? They are also gonna try to come back after you because this collection agency just bought your debt from X lender for pennies on the dollar, and they're gonna try to collect the full amount because that's the way they make money. Now, another thing that you need to keep in mind is consumer credit counseling and settlement of negotiation. That will affect your credit. There are so many credit counseling out there and say that they could get you all, that you don't have to pay this much amount of money. And yes, while that's true, that is going to definitely affect your credit report, credit file, and it's going to affect the ability of you getting credit in the future. So keep that in mind. Now, court judgments, if you get a wage garnishment, child support, whatever those things are, I mean, there's so many court judgments out there from lawsuits or whatever the case, that is going to affect your credit report. So keep that in mind. Collections accounts, like we talked about, charge-offs become collections. Collections are definitely damaging to your credit report. Past due payments, guys, I urge you to go ahead and keep track of your debt or your bills. Place them on an auto pay. Auto pay to a checking account that is backed by your savings account. Don't be late. You usually have a grace period almost 29 days from the past due day, and you're gonna require some extra fees, but you won't get the 30-day late payment after your past due day is being passed by another 30 days. That's when it actually goes into your credit reports of past due. Don't get late payments. And one of the last things is your credit inquiries. Keep in mind that a lot of debtors or creditors will not extend credit to you if they see that you've been trying to get many accounts in the past couple of months, because they'll think that you are strapped with money and you may not have the ability to pay any bills. So guys, those are the 10 items, the most damaging items that will affect your credit report and your credit file. Be diligently, learn, educate yourself about credit. Make sure that you understand how you can positively affect your credit file and your credit report, so that you have the ability to go ahead and create more credit in the future. But not only that, if you're trying to start a business, this is definitely going to help you as well. Guys, thank you for your time today. My name is Carlos Estrada Vega. I am the Credit Assassin, and I appreciate that you guys were here today. Now, if this was your first time, once again, make sure that you hit subscribe. Click on the bell icon so that you be notified every time that we post some new content. But at the same time, guys, give me the thumbs up, because that's going to help me out with the algorithm in YouTube, guys. That's gonna allow me to bring this value, this content, to many, many more. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.
I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them?